I was feeling pretty bummed about that rep. I wanted it to be nice and clean, and as you can see, it was a pretty nice hitch. Now, with that being said, I had time to think about it, and ultimately, I'm pleased. I'm pleased. That was my third time conventional deadlifting since reconstructive knee surgery. But more importantly, that was my third day in a row maxing testing the conventional deadlift. And ultimately, I just wanted to see where I was at. I mean, I think it's safe to say 645 is probably my clean max, or maybe if I was rested or whatever, I had a couple more days, maybe I would have gotten the 655. It doesn't matter; it's right around there. And I think in the bigger picture, it just proves that the Romanian deadlifts, specifically the heavy Romanian deadlifts, have been a big factor in improving my conventional deadlift. Because, it might be safe to say that this is the strongest my conventional deadlift has felt. I mean, it feels great. Back in the day, the lockout was really ugly. My lockout was my problem. And I think I attribute that to never really focusing on just purely hip hinge. All the movements that I preferred, like when I was doing the hack deads and the Jeffersons and all that stuff, those were more of like squatting patterns. Like it wasn't a strong lockout. Same with the trap bar deadlifts. So I would always do those, and I would never really specifically work on my weakness. And since surgery, I really couldn't have any knee bend. Hence, I couldn't squat. I couldn't do any of that stuff, which I think is why my posterior chain has gotten a lot stronger. I've been forced to use it. And some of you guys have brought up that I did Romanians back in the day. Well, I did high reps, and that didn't really seem to have any carryover. But the heavy, I think it's like a 1-to-1 carryover. Now, this is all bro science, very bro analytics there with a 1-to-1. But if you think about it, my best was 660 with the Romanian deadlift, and this was 655, where I had the stretch reflex with the Romanian deadlift. But I was also fatigued going into this third day in a row. I wasn't maxing every single day with the Romanians. So, I mean, it's pretty darn similar. So I think if I could get my Romanian deadlift to 700, then I could probably pull 700 off the floor too. But with this particular rep that you saw, I just couldn't generate enough steam. I couldn't get enough speed off the ground. So I'm going to keep doing the Romanian deadlifts. And then I think when I go back to the gym, because I have a hard time doing it at my house, my garage, but I'm going to do deficit deadlifts. So alternating between Romanian deadlifts in my garage and then deficit deadlifts at the gym. Very big deficit. I just did them at the end of my session here today. I'm talking like a 4 or 5 inch deficit. Just to work on that leg drive. Squatting, still, it feels like a lot of pressure in my knee, so I'm going to hold off on that. But I think I'll test my conventional deadlift. I'll do the convention or the deficits and the Romanian deadlifts. Maybe I'll do that for a month or so, and then I'll retest just to find the right formula. Because I've told you guys before, time and time again, that I think doing Bulgarian with a conventional deadlift is taxing. And sure, I was able to max and set a PR 2 days in a row, but that's because I didn't really know what my max was. And then today, like I said, it could have been just the accumulating fatigue where I couldn't hit that. I couldn't lock that out strongly because obviously I didn't get enough speed off the ground. So just some thoughts on that. I'm pretty pleased overall with where the strength is, considering all the factors, and that I really can't focus on strength training like I used to a couple years ago. But with that being said, to wrap it up, I think that with my conventional deadlift getting stronger than ever, some of you guys are disappointed because I'm not doing the odd lifts and stuff, but I really do think that if I can pull a clean 700 conventional deadlift, the Jeffersons and the behind the backs and all that should be stronger than ever. So I'm excited for this next, God knows how long, but cycle of lifts, from maxing the conventional to the trap bars, and then maybe eventually bringing those odd lifts back and testing all that out. Because, like I said, feeling better than ever. No reason that I shouldn't hit bigger and better numbers to come.